Hi, everyone. This is Tammy, owner of Worthy, Worth It, and Priceless, and today's podcast is titled Don't Sleep on Yourself. You have talents, and God has placed a lot on the inside of you, but a lot of times we hold that hostage and we put it to the side, and we don't really allow that side of us to show. We have confidence, all this stuff, but we allow that to be hidden. And with this podcast, what I want to do is just to give you a boost or at least try to wake that side of you up. God did not place all of those great things on the inside of you for you to leave those on the inside of you. It is time for you to wake up that side of you, come out of hiding, and start living the life that God has created for you to live. Live that person that you have in your mind. A lot of times we still have the visions of what someone has either said to us, have done to us, and we carry those with us on a daily basis. But what I am trying to encourage you to do is lay those things aside. You are not what someone else said to you. You're not whatever happened to you in the past. You are a new person. It's great to have affirmations and all those things. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying anything against that. But it comes up to a time that you have to start believing what you say and start walking in that. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. God created you out of his image. You are the head and not the tail. You're above and not beneath. And so you have to believe like you are a king or a queen. And so when you walk outside, you have to realize everything that you possess. God didn't place all those things on the inside of you for those things to lay dormant. And you have to start believing that within yourself. It's not for anybody else to believe that. It is for you to believe that. It is time to wake up that side of you that you've been hiding. And like as soon you may be like how I was like when I was younger, and so outside in the world I was shy, this, that, and the third. But when it was time for me to come into my room, that was like my little pretend world or whatever, and that was like my imagination, and in there I could be myself. And then I would like have like a TV show or whatever. I was dancing around singing at the top of my lungs. But when I got outside of that room, no one knew I could talk sometimes, or I never sung or danced around other people. But it's time for us to take that man or woman or child that was in that room and bring those out. You have to realize that you have a lot on the inside of you. It is not time for you to be silent with that. It is time for you to walk upright. Yes, it's fine to be humbled and all that other stuff, but you also have to have confidence. You have to know when you walk into these rooms with these people, if you have like business meetings or whatever, you have to know what you possess on the inside. It is no more being shy, being scared, or nothing. When you walk in there victorious and realize that you're going to conquer whatever comes your way because God has already placed it on the inside of you. It is not time for you to be like, oh, well, I don't know. No, it is time for you to know who God has placed for you to be. It is time to walk into that person. No longer being afraid, no longer allowing anyone else to stop what God has placed on the inside of you. We're no longer being fearful anymore. There's nothing to be afraid of. There's no more being shy. I'm not saying you have to be rude to people or nothing like that, but at the end of the day, there's no more being shy. It's time to be that confident person that God has placed on the inside of you. Know that everything is going to work out for your good. Everything that you've been through is going to work out for you. And God is going to work through you. But it's time for you to know that. Don't sleep on yourself. Don't sleep on your talents. Don't let no one tell you that you ain't going to make it or nothing like that. Don't let negative people come around you saying anything. And don't let that get into your spirit. If you find somebody around you and they want to sit up there and say negative things around you and gossip about other people and all this other stuff, if it's not aligning with your spirit, let them go. Like, you know what? We could talk about, we'll have a conversation another day. But it's time for you to see all that God has placed on the inside of you, no longer being dormant, letting that just lie in the room or around, like when no one else is around. It is time for you to walk upright and be the person that God has created you to be. I know a lot of us like, well, I'm introverted and all this other stuff. That's cool. I'm introverted too. But there is a time and a place for everything. And I believe that God has placed a lot of things on some of us. And he's telling us that it's time now. No more being shy. No more all of that. No more excuses. It is time for you to be who God created you to be. We have been shy long enough. The world needs us. So it is time for you to not sleep on yourself and be all that God has created you to be. Boost yourself up. Realize that you have everything that you need on the inside. Now it's time to bring out those jewels that God has placed on the inside of you. The world needs you, and the time is now. So always know that you have worth, you have value, you are necessary. God has a plan for your life. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. Love you guys. Until next time. Bye.